morning. She's Brianne Gardener. She is a portfolio manager with Velocity Partners, Raymond James, and she joins us now to talk about all of this market action. Brianne, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
What's your take, and what do you get questions from clients at times like these when they look at their statements and look at headlines like we've just shown and worry about their portfolios?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of noise in the media. I think everyone is certainly waiting for April 2nd, Liberation Day, to see really what Trump is going to do next. And a lot of what we're seeing in this volatility and market sell-off is that the one thing that markets hate more than bad economic data is really the uncertainty or the unknown. And I think, if we looked across the board of really what is going to happen on April 2nd, I think no one really knows except for Trump right now. So everyone is just, a little bit in this wait and see mode. And I think that is what we are doing as well. We are active portfolio managers, so a little bit more different strategy than a buy and hold. So we have, raised cash multiple times, been taking profits along the way. And I think just, making sure we have a plan A and a plan B that does let investors have a little bit more peace of mind at night, knowing, okay, you're not just watching our portfolios go down. You do have a strategy in place for these uncertainties. And yes, there is a little bit of unknown territory, but you still have to have a plan, because I think at the end of the day, no plan is just a losing strategy.
Did you make adjustments to portfolios earlier when it became clear that Donald Trump was the incoming president and planned to impose tariffs as a key economic policy? For instance, did you move out of manufacturing stocks as a potential target of tariffs?
Yeah, I think we're underweight cyclicals overall, just because, with the auto tariffs coming in, and with, a lot of the other vehicles and parts that could impact stocks. We did make trades headed into 2025, December and then also January, pivoting the portfolios how we want things positioned. Obviously, economic data and stocks can move extremely quickly, and we have seen that. Usually, historically, 100 days once the president comes into office, there is a lot of turmoil and there is a lot of volatility as well. So, we are seeing that. They come in hot and heavy, and, we saw Trump's playbook last time he was in office. So, he wants to make a lot of sweeping changes and is definitely doing that. So, we are looking at, and I was on here in January talking about overweight healthcare, and, that was a little bit more of a contrarian view. But I think, being overweight in a little bit more of those defensive sectors too has helped us to mitigate that drawdown in portfolios. We're about flat year to date. So we are really happy with our downside capture, making sure that we aren't seeing those drawdowns.
You've said in some recent commentary that you remain constructive on markets in 2025, and you see a rally perhaps in the back half of this year, correct?
Yeah, I do think the first half of the year is definitely going to be extremely volatile. We might even see two double-digit corrections this year. I think coming off of two back-to-back extremely strong years following 2022, we saw 2 years of double-digit growth with really muted volatility. We didn't really even see a 10% plus correction. And I think seeing that low volatility was a little bit leading us into that 2025 was going to be a volatile year. And usually, again, in the third year of a bull market, you do tend to see the most volatile year. And really, that is where we are right now. So I would just tell consumers, going from Mag 7 to last year to diversifying a portfolio, I do think that is a little bit more of a winning strategy rather than that concentration risk that maybe, did well last year. I do think, a little bit more, and we're seeing that even on earnings per share growth, broadening out across the board, is looking for profitable companies, having that diversified portfolio, looking in quality. And again, I don't think I think it is going to be a little bit more of a stock picker's environment this year.
That is Brianne Gardener. She's our featured guest. We'll take a break.